Hi, good morning, everyone. Good to see you today. Today is Tuesday, 3/24/20, March 24th, 2020. And today I'm going to get us going with a little bit of a math lesson, okay? And we've talked about this before. It's a bit of a review, but I want to make sure we have it down. I want to make sure we don't have any questions about it. So, what we're going to talk about today is how what is on one side of the equal sign must equal what is on the other side. So for an example, 7 is equal to 6 plus 1. Now we wouldn't often write an equation like that, right? This 6 plus 1 would be over here, and this 7 would be over here. But for this, it doesn't matter what the order is. We just need to make sure that what's on one side of the equal sign, in this case 7, is equal what's on the other side of the equal sign, in this case 6 plus 1, we know is equal to 7. Okay, so let's take a look at some more examples. So we're calling this true or false. When we know something is true, we know that it's true, right? It's something that is a fact. If something is false, it means it's incorrect. It's not a fact. Okay, and in math, a lot of things are black and white. It's either this or it's that. All right, we look at facts in math, right? So let's look at this first one. So is 6 equal to 6? Well, that's an easy one. These are both whole numbers. Okay, we don't have to do any addition or subtraction to figure out what's on one side or the other. So yeah, of course, 6 is equal to 6 is true. Let's look at this one right here. Ready? 7 is equal to 8 minus 1. Okay? Now, we know that this side is 7, right? There's a whole number there. But then we may have to do either mental math or rewrite it and say, what's 8 minus 1? Well, we know any number minus 1 is 1 less than that number. And if we know 7 comes before 8, then we know that would be 7. So is 7 equal to 7? Excuse me, Pillow. Pillow is trying to thwart my math lesson. I'm not going to let it happen. So 7 is equal to 7, correct? Yeah, that one was true. But the original problem was, is 7 equal to 8 minus 1? Okay, how about this one right here? This one's interesting. 5 plus 2 is equal to 2 plus 5. Well, remember we did math families where we made our little house like this. And at the top of that house was a number, and then on this part of the number here, on this part of the number was here. Remember? So we know that 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So there's our 7 at the top. Okay, and then some of the fact family numbers of 2 are 5. I'm sorry, this is a fact family, 7, 5, and 2. So remember we wrote the equations. When we did these, we would write 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Well, that's the same thing here. This is equal to this because 5 plus 2 is the same as 2 plus 5. And if I wanted to go ahead and test that, I could say 5 plus 2 is 7, and 2 plus 5 is also equal to 7. So that one would also be true. So we have 3 trues in a row. Let's see how we do on this bottom column. Okay, ready? 4 plus 1 is equal to 5 plus 2. True or false? Well, right off the bat, I'm seeing that 5 is more than 4. It's 1 more. And 1 is less than 2, or 2 is more than 1. So let's do the math to check that out. Right off the bat, I don't think that's correct because 4 is less than 5 and 1 is less than 2. So how can those be equal? Okay, so let's do the math. 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. And 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. So that one would be false. False. It's not true. Okay? Now, let's look at this one right here. Is 13 equal to 8 plus 5? Well, let's count that off. And some of us may use our fingers. Some of us may do quick mental math. But let's see. And this is hard because I'm holding something, but let me try it anyhow. So we're going to start at 8. So we're going to start at 8, right? So I got, hold on a second, let me put my marker down. We're going to start at 8. Okay, so we have 8, and then we're going to count off 5. 1, 2, that takes me to 10. Okay, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's going to take me to 13. So 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. 13 is equal to 13, correct? So that one would be true. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of these were true. One of them is false. All right, I know this is a bit of a review for some of you. For those of you who feel like you need to be challenged more, I'm going to go ahead and send some numbers as part of our lesson today that are probably more basic like this. But what we're going to do, and some of them might be like above 10 or be between 10 and 20. I'm going to add some of those because we should be getting down our math facts and knowing, addition and subtraction up to 20, right? Between 0 and 20. So I will send some of those, but if some of you want to challenge yourselves or have your parents challenge you, you can have your parents make numbers that are higher than 20 if you need to be challenged. Or you can make some of these for your family, for your mom, for your dad, for your sister, and have them go through what's true or false. But you better know what's true or false before you do that, because you need to be able to correct their work and say, yeah, you got all these right, good job. Or, you did a great job with this, but let's take a look at this one. You need to be able to know the answer to that before you can go ahead and write that down or test your family. All right, so everyone have fun, and we'll talk real soon. All right, I'll do more videos today. All right, bye.